Hello, my name is Ralph and welcome back to the channel. It's my time, let's go. Today we're going to do some work on the merch bike here. We're getting close to the end now with things. And we've gone around and tie wrapped all the things that need to be tie wrapped up in the wiring. I'm going around now and checking all the nuts and bolts, making sure everything is tight on the machine. And we're just getting ready to put the gas tank on, which is always a huge step forward and sort of a sign that, ooh, we're getting close now. So I'm going to grab the tank and we're going to fit that on. I've got a couple wiring issues just to finish up with here, and just for the fuel tank gauge before we put the top on this. So we're getting pretty close. So I'm going to grab the tank and we'll see about putting it on. All right, tank on. Nice. Get the dash ready can be a bit of a tedious job. I had a hard time getting a piece of rubber here. And it is a used piece, so we had to dig out all the little pieces that are in it. I'm still not quite done. But it's all we can get, so it's what we're going to use. Lucky to have that. All right. There we go. That should hold it. So that's about all we got to do to that till it sets up, and hurry up and wait. So we're just trying to get some final pieces hooked up for the battery. Made some jumper wires. Okay. Now on our breakers here, there's two terminals. One being brass terminal, and that is what we're going to hook to the battery, is the brass terminal, which is our new one that we just hooked up here. So I think before I hook that one up, I'll hook up our other stuff. This one is for our regulator. Put battery back, power back into the battery. And our other one here is for power to our to everything. Go. And we'll hook our battery to the other side, to the breaker side. There we go. That should give us everything. Yep. All right. These are tight. They're all neat and tidy. That's what we're looking for. Cleanliness. Cleanliness. All right, we got to change the oil filter the oil sanding unit and get that wired in, and we're all ready for that. So we're going to go down and change that. I'm going to take a 7/8 to hold the bottom unit and a 9/16, 11/16 for the top one. Got to always hold both of these because you don't want to snap things off in the case. Now if we can get this out. She's a tight spot. Very, very tight. All right. Now we'll get our new one ready to go in and put some thread sealer on it. That little guy in there. One nice thing about Jerry's motors that they actually have a solid metal piece in there for this to go into. I think that I'm gonna have to wait until I get my oil pressure gauge itself and put it on here. I don't have one at the moment. I'm gonna go have a look. Little thread sealer on it. Get it started in there. Kind of an awkward spot. I think that's snug enough. That looks like a smaller connector. Damn! It's always something. The other one had a smaller eyelet for the other gauge. Had a smaller one on it. Okay, now we can put the other one on. Now we'll have the idiot light hooked up top, but we'll also have a pressure gauge down here, as I don't have the right units to hook up to that up there. So, such is the way it is. 9/16. Just a little bit more. There we go. All right. That will take care of that and give me some true oil pressure up top. The idiot light will work, but we'll get oil pressure down here. So another thing done. getting down to some of the little stuff now. Pieces of fuel line cut off. When we had the clear one was not quite long enough. We let this sit overnight, and looking like it should have worked. It's a thing of beauty, but it should do the job. So now we're getting down to the smaller things to get done, which is great. Won't be very long and we'll have it fired up. So some of those things, when we're getting down to it, seem to be a bit tedious sometimes to get the small things, and you get frustrated because they seem to take so long. But everything has to have its time, and everything has to have the time put into it to make it correct. So we're just going to work along and see where we can get. All right, gotta put the fuel line on. So we'll just get this slid on here. I know that it's got to go over to the other side, but check the length. We're getting through here, and we're going to check and make sure we've got the length that we want. And that looks good. Now there's a little contact point right here with the rocker box, which is something that, you know, I kind of look at and go, well, that could hit, you know, that could rub. So I think what I'm going to do is I have some of this automotive stuff, and I've used it in a lot of places for things like that where I felt things would rub or they would touch. And if you take your time and put it on there nice and clean, it doesn't look bad on there. So we're going to cut a length of this and see what we can do with it. So we're just going to cut a piece of it off. You got to start somewhere. I think to save myself some grief, should be able to just yeah, it's not perfect, but if we turn it downside, it actually fits on there pretty snug. And we'll have a little bit of a spot down underneath, but that's not what we're worried about. We'll hide that down underneath. It's the contact area that we're worried about. Let's see if we can get the ways here. There, and that will give us a nice protective coating over that. So, I know that's where I want it. And we're just gonna have them tighten up down in underneath. So that way they're also out of sight. We'll see about sliding it back on now. If you're in a pinch and you want to get it on, nothing slippier than spit. That little clamp is just tight enough that's holding me up. You would imagine that. Okay. All right, now we'll go and check out the other side. There we go. He's got little holes in them there so I can clamp onto the hoses and such. So we just have to get a couple wrenches and set this up where it's supposed to be, and then we'll be good. So we're just going to put a little bit of goop just up around these threads a little bit. Just a tiny bit of thread sealer. Probably have it on there pretty good, but that's a prevention. Like that. The struggle is real. No. Gonna have to change plans there. I don't like the way it's going. I got an idea where it's going, but I'm gonna take this line right off. If you get messed up there and you cross thread those threads, and you're in a world of hurt then. Very bad, very bad. Okay. Sometimes it's easier if you can rotate the whole thing to get it started. But you have to be very careful. Know where we're going here. Take that one off a little bit. Half and half there. Right about there. Something doesn't feel right, or something like that, like some sealer to put on, or it can be so easily missed and gone by, especially if you're not doing it right when you're doing it. I probably could have left that. It might have been all right. But now I know. It's on there, it's nice and clean, it's got some sealer on it. We're all good. Okay. Looking good. Got a little thing done, but all right. On to something else. So we get this stuff up. I guess the next thing to do is set up a hydraulic clutch. These are all very loose, so it's a new build, so it doesn't necessarily mean that everything's been done to it. It means that everything's in its place. And I find most things are tightened down, but sometimes it's the smallest of things that you don't go back and check. And they are obviously loose, so we'll put a little dab of blue Loctite on those when we put it back together. Here we go. So it is chain and it is dry. So peeking inside the primary, we can see that it obviously seems to have a Hayden type primary chain adjuster, which is great to see on it. No expense spared there. Clutch basket is Evolution's Diamond Terminator, made for heavy duty motors. This is going to be the setup for this this big power engine, and it's good to see such a thing in there. So I'm totally impressed. It's a well-built machine. So today we're going to fill it up here, and we got AMSOIL synthetic V-twin primary fluid, which was suggested to put in here. We'll start by filling it up. Make sure our plug is in place. There. Okay. So we've got it filled up almost to the bottom of the window here. Another measurement they say you can go down here is 2 3/4 inches from the center line of your clutch adjustment. We're going to go 2 3/4, and we're just in it, just touching it. So that's where we want to be on that. This with this one in, and like I said, there's a little triangle thing in top there. Just makes it easier to put the first one in and line it up. So we're going to try and bleed our hydraulic clutch today. We're going to start by putting some fluid in. She's nice and clean in there. Nothing happening there yet.
Well, it's going down a little there, but it's still like...
Yeah, I know. We just got to make sure that it stays full, honey. That's all. So I want to know when it's bringing stuff down. Okay, gonna try again.
Down.
Try again. Sucking it.
A little? When?
Okay. In and
Yes,
out.
it's coming in, out, in, yeah. Yeah, out.
Okay. I would say we got it.
How can that be?
We get that lucky. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
I know. It never does. So we would just continually have a line off of here. Get a bit of air in there now. A line off of here to the catch can. And then we would just pump this up to pressure and open the bleeder screw. And then we would see fluid come out, and it would suck it from the top master cylinder all the way down through all the lines and through here, and we can back bleed it like that. And it worked just right this time as it's supposed to. There, now our hydraulic clutch is all bled down here for it, and we can see the plates moving in and out as we squeeze our clutch handle. So I know that the hydraulic unit is now working back and forth. And that wasn't too bad. The back bleed it that way. It was a little quicker than what I expected. Some things go good, some things don't. right, now we get to go try it. And we're trying to see where it will fit here. Then we'll get a piece of stainless steel to put in behind this. And it'll look better than that hole. Well, we got some stainless plate here which we'll polish up afterwards. Well, that's pretty close. And you get the idea, it cleans it up. It doesn't stand out as much until it's painted black, but once that covering is painted black, it should look a lot better. We'll paint the back side of these black, and they'll blend in, and then those will be a nice backing to them. So we just got to make a spot to go in here to block off this mess here, and then it'll be presentable. So as the weekend comes along here, we'll be doing that and painting them all, and then we'll be mounting them in, and then we can put the fairing on and finish up that part of it, and then we're getting pretty close to being done. Put the front fender on, the saddlebags, tidy up the headlight, a few more things. Seat should be in next week. We're close. So if you enjoyed these videos, like, subscribe, ring the bell, do those things. It helps our channel to grow, and we appreciate it very much. So stick around for the next episode, and we'll see when we get this merch bike finished, get it out on the road, take it for a little run. All right.